Yep, if you're in and around your 40s and you feel a bit meh, things just don't feel quite right, there's a very good chance you could be slap bang in the middle of a midlife crisis. How do you feel? Go on, take a moment, pause this video if you really want to, and have a quick, honest think about it. And when I say how do you feel, how do you really feel? I don't mean what you tell your mates down the pub or your colleagues round the lunch table, or even your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend when you're snuggled up on the sofa having a glass of red. Because I bet in truth, it's probably a little different, right? I'm not calling you out, or judging you for that matter. I've been there. And it's because I've been there that I'm making this video. My midlife crisis hit me hard. It's still ongoing to a certain degree, and led me to this silly decision of starting a YouTube channel and making 100 videos in 100 days. Today is day one. My intention, and this video is for accountability, is to put out 100 videos in the next 100 days. This one's number 73, just in case you were wondering. And I'm making this video because I've done a lot of research on the topic of midlife crisis. And I've also found out that barring the cliches, it's not something that's really talked about a lot. I want to highlight just some of the signs and symptoms of a midlife crisis. And I want to do that for two reasons. The first one, because if you are like me and you had no idea, and you yourself are feeling any of them, I want you to know what they mean. Unlike I did 6 months, a year ago. And two, in case someone you know is feeling any of the signs and you want to help them try and work things out. Just one quick caveat. I'm sure it will come as no surprise to you, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not a trained professional. If you or someone you know is feeling beyond the first stages of the symptoms I'm about to talk about, please, 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 I strongly urge you to go and speak to someone professional, someone who knows a lot more about this sort of stuff than me. First up, let's cover the definition of a midlife crisis. That would probably be quite helpful, right? I particularly like this quote from Dr. Michael Wetter. He's a psychologist in LA, and he says this: "A midlife crisis is a period or phase of life transition when a person begins to question the things that they have accomplished or achieved, and whether those same things still provide a sense of fulfillment and meaning." But with all that said, I'm going to take a walk, and I'm going to take you with me, and I'm going to share with you the 9 things to look out for. And why I'm going for a walk will make perfect sense when you hear point number 9. Number 1, your anxiety levels are creeping up, particularly when it comes to health. Yes, every little thing is cancer. You don't feel like you have a purpose in life. Things start to make less sense, and apparently as you get older, this gets amplified. You get frustrated easily. Could be people, could be work, could be traffic, could be stories on the news, probably all of the above to be honest, but your patience is wearing pretty thin. You feel a bit miserable and possibly can't quite put your finger on why. You often think that there must be more to life. You reminisce about your former life, about adventures you had, jobs you had, opportunities you missed, time when you had fewer responsibilities in your life, less things to worry about. You make dramatic changes in your life, such as quitting your job or buying a sports car, maybe buying a motorbike. You might start a business or dive into religion. Or God forbid, you might even start a YouTube channel. Or maybe you don't because of your newfound inability to even make a decision. And finally, you want to get fit and healthy. You want to get into shape. You want to get stronger. You want to reverse the damage that you've done over the last 20 odd years, from the poor eating, from the late nights, from the sedentary living, from the smoking, from the binge drinking, or whatever particular vice you may have. And by the way, in relation to point number 9 about exercise and getting healthier and fitter, going for a long walk is a great way to put things into perspective, to clear your mind. Walking is one of life's superpowers. And here you go, here's a bonus one that I hadn't thought of before I came out on my walk. You want to start a vegetable patch. To be honest, you might not experience them all. I mean, you might experience all of them, but at various times. It doesn't seem to be a hard and fast rule, but now, at least you know what to look out for. Personally, I can tick off most of the above in one form of severity or another. But now I know they're all pretty normal and what to look out for, I kind of feel okay about it. And now I feel okay about it, I'm working my way to take it from a midlife opportunity instead of a midlife crisis. And I'll make no apologies for the cheesiness of that statement. As I mentioned, one of the positives to come out of all of this midlife crisis is this YouTube channel. If you want to follow along as I continue to combat midlife mediocrity, make sure you are subscribed. You can even turn on the bell notification if you are feeling particularly fruity. If you have any thoughts on anything I discussed, please feel free to comment. I'd love to hear from you. And if there are any channels on YouTube that you think I should check out, you know, someone who is talking about the same sort of stuff I do, please feel free to tag them in the comments below. And as I said earlier, if you are feeling particularly bad, please speak to someone. I'll happily help if I can, but there's many people out there far more qualified than me. I hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you tomorrow.